what was K13?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
It does matter. Because if it was like, hey, you know what?
Monday morning, toast in my hand. Flip on the speakers, I'm part of the band. Russ tells a story, Ryan starts to laugh. Ren's got a hot take, James breaks it in half. Chris hits record and the room comes alive. 5 friends talking like you just arrived. Songs of FM, we're all tuning in. Every little ramble feels like we're your kin. Songs of FM, let the nonsense begin. If you're here for the vibes, you already win. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Russ, Ryan, Red, James, Chris again.
Here we are again, S1E10 of the Songs of FM podcast. How's everybody doing? How you guys? Good?
Doing good.
Good. All right. Well, this is number 10, if you can believe it. We've got a special guest lined up for you here in just a few. But right now, we're going to throw to Ryan, and he's going to right some wrongs. How about it, Ryan?
All right, Chris, hit the music.
I was right on it today.
He was. The first wrong I'd like to right is at no fault of our own. It's how wronged we were by AEP and the power outage Ren suffered that delayed the start of the last episode.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Segment 1, Chris stated that music is dead. We found that statement's false.
Yeah.
As explained so well by Ren, this moment's less about Chris being wrong and how much Ren was right, and he gave the best explanation of the current state of music, and I think we just need to take this moment to acknowledge that.
Okay, yeah. There.
All right, moment acknowledged. Segment 3, Bon Jovi versus Motley Crue. Chris claimed Vince Neil could never sing, even during his heyday. Research shows that is somewhat true. He was never one of the best singers, but he worked for the band, and it was still badass. So I'll now cite my reference material, Vince Neil, Singers Then and Now on YouTube channel. Ken, is it Tamplin?
Yeah.
If
you're using Kenny Tamplin as a source, I'm going to have to question that. That's going to have to be definitely investigated.
Well, let me give you the quote that's going to convince you. Ken Tamplin did say he's obviously out of shape and loves barbecue.
Okay. Well, I mean,
So
What's that supposed to mean?
that's more of a visual thing than an audio thing.
I smoked a pork butt today. I take offense to that.
Well, he
Well-
did comment a couple times. If Vince Neil was ever serious about his career, he would lose weight, get in shape, so he could perform to his capabilities.
Okay.
So Ken Tamplin not real happy with Vince Neil.
Well, I think that
Vince
might be
Neil's
the
current
first time
state.
I have ever agreed with Ken Tamplin.
I knew you. That's why I threw it in here, because I knew you would doubt it at first, and
Oh, yeah.
then.
Well,
But that is righting Ryan's wrongs for episode 10, except for, I guess we do need to acknowledge, because Chris brought it up, that the Honorable R. Francis Dado, in his case numbers, he often said EP8. It was actually EP9.
yeah.
He kind of forgot where he was at, lost an episode.
Well, he
somewhere.
didn't seem to be all there anyways. So. Okay.
He was a little out there. And a lot of you don't know that he has a different name, because he goes by his dad's name. That's Dell. Dell Dado.
Dell Dado.
Dildo.
All right. The wrongs have been righted. Ryan has done his civic duty for the day. Ren, I guess it's time. We need a 10th sponsor for the show. What have you got?
Well, and now a word from our totally hypothetical sponsor, AOL, America Online, the place where you could connect to the internet eventually. You logged in, you waited for that magical ding, and for a few brief seconds, the world was yours. Then the connection dropped. Then the modem screeched. And somehow you learned patience. Chat rooms, instant messages, and email you never checked. It was all there. Gone now, of course. But somewhere, a dial-up tone is still softly judging you. AOL.
You've got mail.
Yeah, the kids of the TikTok generation could not do dial-up internet. There's no way.
No, they don't
They
have
do
the
6
patience
different
for it.
things and forget that they even logged on.
Kids have lost any inkling of patience these days. Get bored really easy.
Yeah, we were all in the form of, Mom, get off the phone. I'm trying to talk.
Yeah.
I'm on the internet.
And as soon as the dial-up went through and it connected, you got, uh-oh.
You've
All
got mail.
All your ICQ messages come through. All right, so we're expecting a check from AOL now. Well, I guess it's time to bring on our special guest, and this is a pretty special one for me. Back when we had Keith on, he and I have been friends since kindergarten, but this guy right here I was friends with before kindergarten because his dad and my dad played in a band years ago, and I was raised right alongside him. I want y'all to welcome one of my best friends in this world, Mr. Jamey Johnson. What's up, James?
Hey, it is a pleasure to be on the podcast and the show. I really enjoy it.
Thank you very much. We do, and I knew you would be like the perfect guest because I know you're going to have some very insightful stuff. And we're going to play a couple games coming up, and you'll enjoy yourself that. And you're going to vote in Ren's stead on our Songs of FM Arena Rock Challenge coming up a little bit later. You're going to help us get to the final 4, I guess it would be. But right now we want to ask the questions that we ask every guest that we have on. In your case, how did you get started in radio?
How did I get started in radio? Probably when I was 6 years old.
Yeah, you and I
to do radio and taking we used to have these things called cassettes and boom boxes, and I would record commercials on cassettes. I would record music off the radio, and I had my own set of cassettes, and I would take a set of walkie-talkies. I had a set of Transformer walkie-talkies. So I would take black tape and go around one of them where it keeps the mic held in all the time.
Yeah.
Put the other one outside so that if you walked by the house where I lived, which was up the street from Russ, you had to hear me broadcasting out into the street.
That's amazing.
I did that a few times. I was pretty resourceful with duct tape.
I remember the dual deck cassette boombox you had with a built-in mic. And like you said, we would record our commercials with background music, and we had our fake radio station, WKNG, the King.
The King, 106.1. I went on to work for a 106.1 later on in life. It's kind of weird. But
and we'd broadcast Reds games too.
We made them up off the internet. The
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Yeah, we would play Nintendo and record games like that and such. But I mean, I was kind of geeked out doing that stuff when I was a kid and everything else. And then when I finally did get an actual paying radio gig, someone that I worked with had one of these little mini transformers or transmitters.
Yeah.
And it would reach out for a mile radius. So we set that up in 1998, I want to say. And you could actually hear it in a car on 90.3 throughout Wheelwright. You could actually, if somebody knew it was, nobody knew it was there.
Right.
But if you actually stumbled upon it, you could actually hear us broadcasting out of my house.
So we hope no one comes at us because we were involved in a little bit of pirate radio.
Yeah, pirate radio.
But it was a whole lot of fun. Yeah. How many years have you had now?
I'm officially at 29, going on 30.
Almost 30 years in the radio business. I worked alongside him for a little while at WMDJ in Martin, and I know Doe did for maybe a month or two.
Time.
I think he got 2 paychecks.
I don't think I ever got a paycheck. So if there's 2 out there, if you want to mail them to me, that'd be great.
No, they done kept them. Trust me.
What's going on in the Jamey world these days?
Well, I recently made a change to another place. I don't really jump places. I usually work places 10 years plus.
Yeah.
And things, but here lately things have been kind of in flux for me. And now I'm at Paintsville and working at, I get my cup here, 98.9 WSIP.
Yeah.
As the new general manager there. So been excited about that. Been there for a little while now. And that also goes with 94.7 WKLW, 99.3 WKYH. That's the 3 stations in Paintsville. There's also an AM 1490 WSIP, which plays classic country. It's mostly 80s and 70s and 80s country.
Yeah.
And then also I've been helping with the Whitesburg market on 103.9 The Bulldog and 95.1 WTCW. So 6 stations. That brings my count up to 19 different stations I've been affiliated with in nearly 30
19
years.
stations in 29 plus years. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper and going to make you think a little bit.
Okay.
To your recollection, and you're on the spot here, but what is like one of your favorite moments you've had on the radio, and what is a song? There has to be a song that stands out at maybe some pinnacle of your career or a low point in your career, whatever, a song that comes to mind when you equate it to your work as a on-air personality and or salesperson, general manager, whatever.
Well, I would tell you that I can remember the first song I ever played.
Okay.
On the radio. So I'd sit down. It was a Saturday evening, and they're going to train you. So your training is you sit down behind the board and you start going. This was 1997. And
James, you were 3.
Huh?
Yeah, I was.
James was 3.
James was 3.
It's been a while. Yeah, James was probably 3 years old. That's
he literally was 3 years old.
3 years old. Yeah. So, but I'm there and I'm training, and I sit behind the board. And finally, the guy who was teaching me, his name was Robert. He said, "Go ahead and pick a song to play." And I was like, "Oh, I got to pick a song,"
Yeah.
So I grabbed a CD because they were playing CDs and records. So I picked a CD and I thought, "Oh, I love Vince Gill." So I popped in Vince Gill, and it was a song called "A Little More Love."
Need a little
And
more love.
First song I played, I was right on it. You take jingles on carts and you put the cart into a machine,
Yeah.
and you would hear the jingle of the radio station, and then bam, you hit this hand, you hit the CD player over here, song starts. I'm feeling pretty good about myself.
That's
Guy
fine.
walks back in there and he says, "He just played a song that wasn't approved." And I went, "Huh?" He said, "You see the CDs have check marks on them?" And I said, "Oh." So like there was a CD, and this may have had 12 songs on it. It's like a sampler disc you get every 2 weeks or so of all the current songs that are out there. That was not an approved song. And I went, "Well, they're wrong." They didn't say you couldn't play it.
Yeah.
And that's how I got my start in radio. That's actually kind of apropos for how my career has been, because I just kind of did it my way a little bit.
Yeah, kind of went against the grain a little bit,
Yeah, it's kind of been that way all my career. So,
Well, do you have a favorite?
That's one of them.
Is that like your favorite moment and song all
I
rolled
don't know if
into
it's
one?
I don't know if it's a favorite moment. It was just something I remember with a song
Okay.
in particular.
Do you have a favorite moment?
I do remember one time where a station owner had gotten the Shania Twain CD. What's the? I don't have it in front of me to look at the discography, but not the one that had Any Man of Mine, but the next one, the one that when she blew up on.
Was
Don't
that
Be Stupid was on it.
Let's Go
That don't
Girls?
impress me much.
That Don't Impress Me Much. Yeah,
Okay.
all those songs were on it. I'm sitting there, and the owner went back to listen to the songs on the disc, and he come back through there and took that disc and went wham, threw it in the trash. Said, "We'll not play that stuff here." And we did it. We ended up playing it anyway. But I thought it was kind of funny that it was just because it was so poppy.
Yeah.
We're playing that here, and it was. I've seen a lot of things in radio. If you can imagine it, it's probably happened. I mean, people who call, and it's all been mostly good. People that call, I love interacting with callers. I love seeing people out. I enjoy people who listen and want to know something you've said, or things like that. But it's been a lot of fun.
Okay, so this is just if this wasn't in the questions to ask, but I'm going to ask it anyways. How many, an estimate, I'm sure, how many birthday cakes from Dairy Queen have you given away?
A ton. If there's 52 weeks in a year, there's 52 cakes.
Yeah.
So I would say give or take a week or two off. You could probably easily take 48 times that by 12.
Wow. So
That's 48 times
500
12.
plus cakes you've given
Well,
away.
52 weeks, 5 days. Wait a
576.
minute. No. 52 weeks times that by 5 days. So
Oh, you did, yeah, because you've done it every
Yeah, it's
day.
Yeah, it's
260.
every day.
times that by 12 years. Because I didn't do it all 18 years I was at MDJ.
That can't be right.
No, it would be. It was every day.
3,120.
That's probably about
That's
right.
about right.
Wow,
That's
and I've
every year.
never. Has anybody here ever gotten a cake from them?
I have.
Nope.
I have.
Did you get one?
Yes, I got one time,
haven't.
and I don't think
Really?
that had any. I didn't have any inside information. I wasn't a Martha Stewart of the Dairy Queen world.
Now we see how it works.
But really how it worked was if you weren't a kid, you couldn't win.
Yep.
So that was the big secret behind it. Was
When
Russ, how old were you
when I say I won, Layla won. Okay.
yeah, somehow Layla won. Wow, how did Layla win?
Yeah.
Throw it down Layla's name.
Okay.
I mean, because what you did, you had a box, you had the birthdays in a box, and you go through it, but you go ahead and throw out everybody who wasn't a kid. So, or an anniversary. But since it was really a birthday cake, I never would give away an anniversary.
Yeah.
Unless it was just a have to thing.
No, gotcha.
And so we always gave it to a kid. So a kid would, and sometimes you'd have somebody come in and they'd say, man, I don't know how she wins this every year. And I'm thinking, you're the only kid listening every time we get this going on. You just keep hanging in there, mate. So you're about 16. She's good.
James, did you ever win one?
I did not. There was one time, so I worked at MDJ too, and I'd filled in for that shift that gives away the birthday cake. It was my first time ever doing that shift. I did not know of that rule. So I gave the birthday cake away to someone who was like 43.
Oh, you got a phone call.
I got a phone call.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. You got a phone call. Now, James, it's got to be.
Ryan, did you ever have the pleasure of giving away a cake?
I did not.
You always did the late shift in the Reds games from the West Coast. And so you were there to like
He
midnight.
didn't elevate enough to a weekday. I don't think Rusty, you never did a weekday, I don't think.
I've done. It was always nights. Yeah, I always done the nights, and I always hated when the Reds played on the West Coast because the game would start at like 9 or 9:30, and I'd be there.
It's overtime, baby.
Yeah, no, that didn't exist. Now I've got a note here that said Ryan wants to ask a question, or is that the question you want to ask at the end of the show?
We can do it either. We can do it at the end of the show if we want. But I've
got one now, if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
So what'd you say, 29 years or 30 years in radio?
I'm 29 going on 30.
Has the dreams of dead air ever gone away for you?
No. And it's funny because now I had them at different places.
Oh,
so some nights I'm at WMDJ in like the old building that was down at Allen. Sometimes I'm at Martin. Sometimes I'm at the former East Kentucky Broadcasting in Pikeville. And something messes up. Mostly, though, it was most of my nightmares like that. Those dead air nightmares are MDJ because everything you do there was live. So it was all dependent on you sitting there doing stuff.
Yeah, that's a curse.
Most places aren't there. Yeah, radio is. I equate radio to Hotel California. There's a line in Hotel California. You can check in anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's true.
Well,
a lot of people who get out of it still have an itch wishing they could do it in some capacity.
That nightmare scenario that you're talking about actually almost happened to me, but it ended up being a prank by one Bill Bull Marshall.
Yes.
That I put on one of those long songs when you needed to go use the restroom. And I go in and use the restroom. I come back into the control room and the door's locked. And I thought because I was there by myself at night.
Is this real or a dream?
Real. This is real.
This was real.
Oh,
and the door was locked. And I started panicking because the song was about to end. And I was completely prepared to bust the door down. When out from behind the console jumps Bill. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's just pulling a prank on me,
Yeah, and Russ is a big boy. He's going to burrow that door down.
Yeah, that door was
really
going.
rough.
That door was going.
And he's talking about bathroom songs. We literally had records. We're still using records.
Riders on the Storm.
CDs. And we had long 45s that were long in time. They were hung on a nail under the console because those were the bathroom songs.
Yeah.
So if you got to go, put one of those on.
Yep.
And you would know if you were listening. Well, somebody's listening. Hey, Jude's on. Well,
somebody's using the bathroom.
This is the third one in 15 minutes. What did he have for dinner?
Yeah. Riders on the Storm and
or you're out back smoking. It was one of the two.
If it was a particularly bad night, then you were going to play Inagata Davida. So you have about 18 minutes to do your thing there.
Yeah, or American Pie.
Yeah,
which you had to play American Pie on a 45. It's divided in half.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I did that one time. I played side A, stopped, flipped it, played the other side to hear, and it keeps going.
Yeah, those are some tricks from doing live radio nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
It's all scheduled, and kind of you just do it ahead of time and load it in the system. So,
yeah, I recently was actually at with a radio company, CMH23, where I could do my entire radio show from this where I'm sitting at right here, my kitchen table at my house. And I can record it all.
So did you, curiosity here, if you, like, when you done that, did you just drop it on a thumb drive or some kind of SD card or something?
No, it's a cloud-based system. So
okay.
The scheduler comes up, it shows you what songs are in there and where the ads are going to play, and there's places you can talk or you can add places to talk.
Oh, so that kind of just does it for you.
Yeah. So, well, I didn't like any of the songs, so I would change them all.
Okay.
Well,
that's the beauty of radio. That was my favorite part, is that I was going to take you on my musical journey.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not that I didn't like the songs. I just didn't like that the computer generically throws them in there.
Yeah.
With no rhyme or reason. So it would just shift to this, to this, to this all the time. I think it has to be a kind of a flow.
There's an art
to keep you engaged. It's just like listening to an album, which, kids don't understand that because they download songs.
Yeah.
You would put an album in and there's a reason why track 1 is number 1 and number 2 and number 3.
Yeah.
You guys know that.
Yeah.
And that's how you approach radio. It's the same way. So you take people on this journey with you through songs, and you talk about one or the other, and you play certain songs, certain places you can say something about them. Things like, I would make sure I had a place to talk about a new song because I want to make sure you knew who this person was and what the song is. And then I may play a song another time where you wouldn't talk in between, but you should know it was Garth Brooks' Rodeo.
Yeah.
You should know that song. So there's a rhyme and reason to it. And I won't bore you with programming, but you should hear the same pattern every 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. If a radio station is really good at what it does, you should be able to hear music, somebody's voice, some information, and commercials all in a 15-minute span.
Yeah. It's definitely an art form.
So kind of staying on the programming side of it, is there any, I guess, feedback or push from record companies or to play certain songs, or do you guys have pretty much just freedom to play whatever? Or you talk about that?
If you are,
are you asking about payola?
Well, payola is illegal. In case you didn't know, ask the man who invented the phrase rock and roll. That's where payola got started at in the 50s. But anyway, if you are a reporting station to a chart, you will have radio record reps call you. So we actually have that at WSIP. Adam Priest, who works with me, is a fantastic program director. He is the best PD I've ever met in this business. He's a savant at it. And he has record reps every Tuesday wear him out to play this song, that song. And mostly it's artists maybe you haven't heard.
Yeah.
Because it's independent stuff. But we report to Music Row Nashville chart.
Okay.
And that is a chart that does play. It does show that there's songs like Ella Langley or whoever's hot right now nationwide. But also there's some independent artists on there. And you'll get those independent record label reps call you. And then also you'll have national reps call you and want you to play songs and things. I can remember being at WDHR, and Dierks Bentley called the radio station one time and wanted to talk to Randy Jones because he knew Randy from, I loved Randy. He was a great guy. And but he had met him at CRS, that's Country Radio Seminar. It's in Nashville every year, and it's a 3-day event, 4-day event that you can attend as a disc jockey or if you're in the radio business. And they had met there. And a lot of times you meet these artists before they get famous.
Yeah.
And if they break, sometimes they remember you. And he was one of them. I remember him calling one time. It was kind of crazy.
Well, that's a cool little insight into who Jamey is, and a little more insight into the radio business. Thank you, Jamey, for that. We're now going to turn it over to our segment 2 guru, Mr. Ryan Mitchell. What you got there, Ryan, for segment number 2?
So in 1939, the first NCAA tournament was held, consisting of 8 teams. 44 years later, and 43 years ago, on March 2nd, 1983, the first CD was born. Some will say the 44-year age difference is too great, but here at Songs of FM, age is just a number. And today we're gathered in the presence of each other to witness the joining of the NCAA tournament in the compact disc. AI has taken down all streaming services with the help of AEP, who excels in the outage department.
And Big Sandy RECC.
Yeah.
I'll leave one on the bus.
MTV has vanished faster than Ren's Electric when it rains. And you're on an island. Wilson is napping, and you only have 4 CDs to pick from. We'll call this segment the Final 4.
All right. So 4 CDs.
We had some clarification in their chat. You can't take, I don't know, the Garth Brooks box set and say that's 1 CD.
Okay.
You have 4. So if it's a multiple disc set, you can take 3 if it's a 3-disc set, and that's 3 of your 4.
Okay. All
so
right.
we'll let Jamey think about it a little bit, since we don't give them any leads coming into this, and we'll start with Ren.
Perfect. My 4 CDs are, in no particular order, Before These Crowded Streets, Dave Matthews Band. I think that's one of the only albums that actually won a Grammy. You can check that, Ryan. Front to end, great. You know, younger me would prefer the Under the Table and Dreaming that had ants marching on it. That's usually a younger person style, but as you grow older and mature, Before These Crowded Streets is the perfect album in Dave Matthews land.
What's a couple songs we might know from that album?
You've got Don't Drink the Water, Pig. You've got Crush. I think Crush is on that one.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
I love Crush.
Yeah.
Another CD. I'll have to go John Mayer, Continuum.
That's
I figured.
Yeah.
Let's change gears a bit. I mean, I can't go without my Hot Apple Pie CD.
that's Ren was such a big fan, and we saw them at the Chicken Festival years ago, and that was
the country band Hot Apple Pie, Brady Seals and that group.
Yeah, and that was it was a really good
Apple.
AEP's got Rennie.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm back.
Now we don't know if it's a CIA or if it's AEP. We don't know who's
Right.
doing that.
But that was a concert we went to at the Chicken Festival, and it was really because Ren was such a big fan of them. But man, they put on a hell of a show. That was a good album.
So was Brady Seals, where was he?
Little Texas.
Little Texas. Was this prior to Little Texas or after?
After. He sang the lead on My Love by Little Texas. That's him saying that.
Yeah, so he does some writer roundtables in Richmond at a winery about once a month. If you want to catch Brady Seals now.
Oh, okay. All right, what's number 3, Ren?
Well, that was number 3, Hot Apple Pie, and that kind of gives me some country feel, you know. That is that because I mean that hits all the country angles on that CD.
Yeah.
Number 4,
Mariah Carey, Boys to Men.
Shut your mouth.
By the way, you all have a really big time affinity for Boys to Men stuff.
It's not all of us.
No, not we. That'd be the gentleman in the sunglasses.
Yeah, because at the end of the season, someone needs to compile the series of events or the times I've mentioned Mariah Carey and Boys to Men. I think that would tie in really good together as a little montage.
Okay,
great.
I can't count that high.
Take your shoes off.
Okay. What's number 4?
Do you remember the Now CDs? Now, that's what I call music.
Now, volume 963.
Well,
before.
One Sweet Day was only on one edition. In 2018, New Zealand compiled a Now release. It's called Now. That's what I call nostalgia.
Now that's what I'll call nostalgia.
And that's what they put in it. Yeah. One Sweet Day by Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men appears on that one, but none of the other Nows. So plus there's some other 90s and cool music on there for nostalgia purposes.
Are you
so
saying,
I'm all set.
Are you saying that you actually got a CD from New Zealand?
If I wanted that, I mean, I would have to.
Oh, so you never owned it. That's just one that you would want.
I never owned it.
Okay. I got you there.
But I've got the others.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Ryan?
Chris, what would your final four be?
Well, I just went with CDs I listened to when I was younger, like in high school, a little bit after. I was the kid that went from metal to bluegrass. So I would have Slipknot.
Self-titled.
Yeah. Okay. Eagles, Hotel California.
Good one.
Newsboys, Take Me to Your Leader.
You do like Newsboys. I know that about you.
And Under Oath, They're Only Chasing Safety.
Under Oath.
Great album.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you as an Under Oath fan.
I don't even know if I know who Under Oath is.
They used to be, they're no longer, a Christian metal band.
Okay.
Hardcore, some would say.
Chris has got a pretty thick Christian music background, whether it be the pop or rock or even metal genre, I guess.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to Ichthus, Chris?
No.
Oh, man.
No, I never got
I worked it.
See,
I did
I worked
production
a few
for it.
times. Did you really?
Yeah. It was, I always did what's it called? Like the pre-show setup, like on Mondays and Tuesdays. It was awesome.
Is that the one they have in Lexington?
Wilmore, Kentucky.
Yeah.
That's Asbury College.
Oh,
yeah, that's not far from me at all.
Yeah, that was good times in the 90s. If you were into Christian music, you probably went to Ichthus at least once or three times in your life.
No, I never got to. I got to go to what's the one they have here? Was it July Jam?
Yeah.
They used to have one here in Pikeville.
Yeah.
In the area. But one time I went, we got to interview some artists, and this is when I was with Wwjd, the Alstoy College radio station.
Yeah.
And I met Sixpence None the Richer.
Oh yeah.
No, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
Because they were a Christian band before they had Kiss Me.
Listen, that's how good Jamey is. They name a radio station after him. What would Jamey do?
Oh God. No.
All right, Ryan, you want to move on?
All right, Russ, what's your
well, as always, I've battled this question for a few days now. I thought about one of my favorite country albums that's way under the radar, Living in a Moment by Ty Herndon. I love that album from start to finish. Of course, like Cracked Rear View and the 90s staples album, stuff like that. But for me, the four I would have to take with me on an island would be John Mayer Continuum. I love that album. That reminds me of when Megan and I were dating. She lived in Richmond going to EKU, and that's when that album came out. And it's a 2.5 hour trip from here to there, and I just let it repeat. Every single song on that album is stellar. It's a great album. I would definitely have to take Boston. That is way up there on my list, More Than Feeling being my favorite song of all time. But I mean, it's got every song. It's only 8 songs on it, but every one of them is as the kids call today, they're a banger. One of my favorite albums of all time from one of my favorite artists of all time, Elton John, Madman Across the Water. I love that album. If you ever get a chance to listen to it, you're doing a little work around the house, doing a little office work or whatever, pop that album on, just hit start and let it flow for you, because it's one of those, like Jamey was talking about, there's reasons that songs are in order that they are on albums. Mm-hmm. And that one is flawless. And you get the chance to listen to the song Indian Sunset, cold chills, so we'll say. And the last one would be one that I compiled myself after I found a cassette that was converted from a reel to reel from the band that Jamey's dad and my dad were in back in the 70s. The name of the band was Blue Dust and Us. And I guess it would be self-titled Blue Dust and Us. They're doing a bunch of cover songs, but I had a project when I first started college that I converted that cassette to CD, and I burned it up. I mean, I just let it flow. I could, one of them I could listen to from start to finish. So I definitely have to have my dad's Blue Dust and Us band, that CD with me, because that would definitely give me a lot of comfort. But those are my 4.
All right, James, it's your final 4.
I'm ready.
We're gonna have some Green Day.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Do I get bonus points if I
Is he
have
actually
actual
getting them?
CDs? Yeah.
You actually have,
guys.
the youngest guy on the panel has CDs. That's crazy.
Listen, my first car was a 91 GMC Sonoma.
Okay.
That's all I didn't have.
Were you in the car seat?
Back seat, car seat, strapped in.
Buddy, I was behind that 6-liter 4.3 Vortec. All right. Then the second car was an 02 Honda Civic, which did have a CD player. So I bought a lot of CDs when I got that 02 Civic.
Okay.
First one. More Than You Think You Are. Matchbox 20.
That's a good one. That's a
And
good one.
like this one, obviously, it didn't get as much hit as Mad Season and the other albums, but I don't know. Something about this one, just the order, the songs, and it is a little more polished than the earlier stuff.
So name one big song off that people would know.
Bright Lights, Unwell with the
Unwell,
yeah.
With the banjo in it. Yeah, okay.
My second one. This is a weird one, but I love it. So I forgot what year, but there was a summer tour with Styx, Foreigner, and Don Felder.
Okay.
And to promote that tour, they re-recorded a bunch of their big songs. All 3 artists did.
That explains something to me.
Well, the best part that I was excited about with this is that Todd Suckerman, the drummer of Styx, was actually finally featured on these songs on an album because he joined the band later. He didn't record any of the albums.
Right.
So I got to get this, listen to Todd Suckerman add his flavor, and now it's so good.
See, that what I'm saying that explains is that James put together, again, we're in the band The Sons together. He compiled the playlist of songs that we are thinking about learning and stuff like that. But every Foreigner song was a re-recording. It wasn't the original. So that explains it. It's from that album. Okay.
He was influenced more by that than the original.
Yep.
That's cool.
I like New Age. I like the clarity of new recordings.
Okay.
The third one, I don't have a CD for, but I've got the artist. This is the Eagles Farewell One Tour DVD.
Okay.
But I'm using this in place of their greatest hits album, the one that has hit the all-time best-selling album of all time.
4 times diamond.
So if this was a CD, I would have chose it because hearing them live is it's a whole different experience. Plus, you got Joe Walsh's stuff on here.
Yeah.
You got Felder's stuff on here, Henley's single stuff.
Yep.
If this was a CD, this would have beat it for me.
Gotcha.
And then number 4, last but not least, is how did this get in there? Molly Crew's greatest hits? The band that beat Bon Jovi in our tournament bracket? Man, just...
Oh no!
Foul play.
Oh my!
It's okay, Ryan. It's okay.
Ryan, have a drink.
I'll mail you another copy.
Wow. I don't know if you all saw it, but those pieces went everywhere, and I'm sitting here thinking, I got a toddler. I got to find all those.
The things we do for this show.
Literally. But number 4. Green Day's Bullet in the Bible live concert from 2005 in England.
Oh, okay. So is
Is
that one like one of those that only fans would, like only real Green Day fans would go with?
Well, this was their first live DVD, and they also released it as a live album.
Okay.
And the name's called Bullet in the Bible because they actually went to They were in the UK. They went to a World War II museum, and there was a Bible there that saved a soldier's life. And they ended up storing it in the museum because I think somewhere in Psalms, I can't remember. Brian's going to write me wrong on this. The bullet stopped. The soldier had a Bible on him, and it stopped a bullet from hitting him. So that's why they named a bullet in the Bible. But it's got the big songs from the American Idiot album because that was the tour. But they also got classics from Dookie, some from Warning, and other albums.
Okay.
So yeah, I love this album.
Great.
That's my 4.
Good picks.
All right, Jamey, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. It's kind of weird because I don't want to steal the John Mayer thunder because I could take a John Mayer album too.
Go for it.
We can.
I know, but everybody's already took them.
It's your 4, man.
But I've had a chance to sit and listen to everybody else's, so I don't want to repeat somebody. I actually like.
Before you start, I got to go pick up pieces. Go ahead. I got to go pick up these pieces. They're killing me.
You're picking pieces up. I actually do like the sob rock record that John Mayer put out a few years ago.
That was good.
I wouldn't take it with me, but now John Mayer's my favorite artist, and Continuing his great record too. Always kind of enjoyed his just taking stuff of his, just taking it and listening to it. Battle Studies is a good record too.
Yeah,
by him that I liked a lot. But now, and then I had the same thing with Boston that Russ has, and we almost have the exact same story as to how we got exposed to it, because it was my father bought it for me in a Target, which Rusty could tell you about a story about Target.
Yeah.
A mutual friend of ours thought it was a big hunting store.
Yeah. Yeah, you know Andre Fang, don't you, Ryan?
Yeah, I played football.
When I lived in Louisville, he come and visit us, and we were going down Dixie Highway, and there's Target to our left with the big bullseye emblem and the word Target. He said, "Oh my God, that's the biggest hunting store I've ever seen." It's not a hunting store, but
I remember being in a Target in Columbus, and that was like picking albums and CDs out for me, and he picked out a Chicago Live. It was just I've never seen it again.
Really?
I still have it, but it was just a live record of Chicago, and it was Boston's debut. Listen to these, you'll like them, So I was like, oh yeah, I did a lot, but I'll go different. I want to go all live records.
Okay.
On you, okay? Because I actually really enjoy live albums. Number 1, I'm going to pick the Blues Brothers had a live album called Briefcase Full of Blues.
For those of you that don't know, he's a huge Blues Brothers fan.
Absolutely. So I would pick that because I used to wear the cassette out and scoured the country looking for that CD. Everywhere we'd ever go on trip, wherever I would go to find the record store somewhere nearby, and I would look for that album, and I eventually did find it at some point. Used to it was a big deal to try to find a CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Your kids will never experience that.
No, it's just now they just pull it up on her phone. It's there. Used to it was so gratifying to finally find that record you've been looking for. Like going to the Gatlinburg place and it's still there
in that little mall there.
Yeah, in the mini mountain mall, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
that was so cool. I look forward to going to that every year.
Yeah, I can still smell the incense.
Yeah, in there. But I like that one. I like, you mentioned the Eagles. How about Hell Freezes Over?
Yeah.
Great.
That was a great live album.
I love how that came back. How they came back together and everything. Thank God they came back together. Thank God for Travis Tritt because he brought them back together.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the true story.
From that Common Thread album.
Yeah. If that hadn't happened, we would have never had everything we've had the last 20 plus years.
And when they said, "Thank you, Travis," he said, "Hey."
Yeah. Let's see. I'm also going to go with a Christian record like Chris by Michael W. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He had a live in concert album in the 80s. Also, my dad bought for me on cassette. I've never found it on CD, and you cannot listen to it on iTunes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I have a cassette of it. I have found it on YouTube, but nowhere else.
Okay.
So, but I really love the music that was on that.
Place in This World was a really good song I liked by him.
Yeah. And this was all before that.
Oh,
This
okay.
was
Yeah,
like, see,
That was his crossover. He
That
had
was in the
a couple
90s.
crossover songs. Yeah.
yeah, he had some crossover songs. The first one he ever had was a song called Friends.
Yeah.
Friends are friends forever if the Lord is the Lord.
Yeah. Didn't everybody do a little dance thing number to
Yeah.
that? And yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is probably 84, 85 when that came out. But this was before all the stuff you're mentioning in the early 90s
Okay.
that he had. But he was a piano player for Amy Grant.
Oh,
And is from Canova, West Virginia, by the way.
really?
Yes.
Michael W. Smith's from Canova.
Yes, he's from Canova and was adopted by his mom and dad. And who knows what his life would have been if his mother and father hadn't adopted him. Think about that.
Right. Yeah.
He's a really interesting person to read about, and he's still making great Christian music today. But I like that record. And then I guess for a fourth live album here, since I've committed myself to lives, I had it on top of my head and I forgot it. I would probably pick. Nobody's mentioned any Seegers, so give me Seeger Live Bullet.
That's a great one.
Give me that one. I just love live records, so I would pick some live records because I would feel like if I'm on an island and I'm by myself, I want to feel like there's other people with me, so I can hear the crowd and kind of remember what it's like to go to a show. So that's kind of why I wanted to go with live records.
That's cool. That's a good deal.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I gravitate toward live records. I don't know, mainly because you end up with a better selection of songs in it. Because even if it's some new stuff, they'll work in some of their greatest hits. So it's almost like a greatest hits type.
Right.
But usually the arrangements are pretty cool because you don't get to hear that on the album.
Right.
Right.
You'll hear a little different take on a song or a little extended solo or something, or they'll come in and say something different. I got a piece of Dwight Yoakam, and he's talking about Betsy Lane, Kentucky on a live cut. If you find the album Hillbilly Deluxe.
Yeah.
Now there's a premium version of that came out a few years ago, and he does a cover of a song called My Bucket's Got a Hole in It. That's an Hank Williams Sr. song.
Okay.
But he does a little speaking at the first and says he was born and raised on a holler in Betsy Lane, Kentucky. And he talks about being there and hearing this woman down the holler who would hear him singing on the porch and say, "Play me an old Hank song." And he says, "Well, for so-and-so, here's your old Hank tune." And he went into it. And he recorded it at the Roxy in Los Angeles.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's a young Dwight Yoakam.
I wonder if they practiced.
I don't know.
Ain't got time for practice, Randy.
Practice.
Ain't got no band.
I'm sure most of y'all remember the 48 Hours that was on in the late 80s. Remember Dwight Yoakam made a short appearance in that and did rewriting Route 23.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the 60 Minutes.
No.
Was it 60 minutes? Or
No, it was 48 hours.
48 hours. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't cover Floyd County in 60 minutes.
Well, you can if you're
Dan
driving.
Landers spent 2 hours in Melvin and told us all about it. And he got it all wrong.
You know, I can remember them coming and doing filming some footage of us playing basketball down there where I lived in Wheelwright.
Yeah, we were in it.
They didn't use. Did they use that in it?
No, you know why?
That's
Because you got a brand new basketball goal.
Right.
And we had a black
It was shiny.
court.
Yeah.
If you had a black top court, they're not going to show that on TV.
I thought it was because they couldn't let that footage get out because all the scouts would be in Wheelwright trying to recruit you guys.
Your car wasn't on blocks.
No.
No. They showed a part of Wheelwright High School in a classroom that had an old coal stove in it.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason they picked that room was because that was the subs room. So that if you were a substitute, you couldn't get in the door of the regular teacher you're subbing for because it was locked by that teacher. So you had to go to the substitute room, and that's where your class met.
Okay.
They didn't use that room for any other reason, but they filmed that class there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they didn't tell everybody that we're tearing the school down and building a brand new one down the road. They didn't even tell you any of that.
Right.
That was going on at the time. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. I guess that leaves you, Ryan, with yours.
Yep, leaves me. I would. I'm going to start with a newer album. I feel like I kind of lack some of the classic stuff because I'm too ADD and I just move on too quickly. So most of my stuff is a little in the last, I guess, 20 years or so. That's not true because I'm older than that, right? So one of them's going to be a little bit older. But the first one's Traveler, Chris Stapleton.
That's a good album.
Good.
And it kind of led to a really cool moment with Justin Timberlake on the CMAs.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about one you might have had with Justin yourself.
What was that?
I said I was thinking you might have, had a moment with Justin yourself.
We won't talk about that. We'll move on. Everyone knows all the popular songs, but that had Sometimes I Cry on it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And his vocal performance on that's freaking incredible. And Russ, I don't know if you sing that or not, but if we do a karaoke thing in the future, I think I'm going to recommend that.
Okay.
Yeah. And that also had JT Cure from Elkhorn City, one of Ren's former junior opera bandmates. I didn't know until I started looking into it. He's credited with the bass work on that album.
Okay. Mm-hmm. As he should be.
So second album is Nobody Has Mentioned Any Rap. And occasionally I'd like to listen to a little bit of rap.
Me too.
So it's going to be Tupac, All Eyes on Me. It's one of those situations where it's multiple disc. We're going to go with disc 1.
Okay.
So it was released in 96. There's a lot of nostalgia. Me and my best friend in high school, Justin, we spent a lot of nights playing pool or riding between McDowell and Wheelwright. And this was the soundtrack to a lot of those good times.
Gotcha.
It had Only God Can Judge Me, I Ain't Mad at You, California Love, Two of America's Most Wanted. So that was on disc 1. And then this one, I actually forgot about until our conversation about how do you handle a multi-disc set. And Ren said, if it was Dave Matthews live at
Red Rocks.
Was it, Ren?
Red
Rocks.
Yeah.
You have to, and I thought, I forgot about this. This is one of my favorite disc CDs ever. And I wore it out for a long time. And it's Dave Matthews live at Central Park.
That's my favorite.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Warren Haynes.
Warren Haynes, yeah.
I like it so much. I would take disc 1. They open with Don't Drink the Water, which Ren mentioned on his. And they came out, they had some organ in it, and it was just kind of build up. And then all of a sudden they just broke into it and it just slapped the audience in the face. It was great. And it had Crush, When the World Ends, So Much to Say. So I would take Dave Matthews live at Central Park, disc 1. And then my favorite of all of the CDs I could think of would be disc 3. So I'm going to take out of the 4. I'm taking disc 1 and disc 3. It had Warren Haynes.
Yeah.
They open with that disc. Is later in the show, Cortez the Killer. Uh-huh. Then they did a 16-minute jam of Jimmy Thing, which I love that song. And then that version was incredible. And then What Would You Say? Where Are You Going? 13 minutes of All Along the Watchtower.
Okay.
Gray Street. What You Are. And then they closed. When they did What You Are, he was like, all right, good night. And then they came back and they did Stay to close out the show.
Okay.
So I usually, we all say I love Motley Crue, but the Motley Crue thing is more of my cousin Stacy being influenced, and I always looked up to him. He was a little bit older than me. It was when I was younger. The first music that I probably discovered on my own was Dave Matthews, and I had probably a 15-year infatuation with Dave Matthews, and that album was, that just.
Hey, Ren is credited with my entire Dave Matthews involvement at all. He started it all for me, and I think it was with that album in particular, that Central Park concert. That was an absolutely banger of an album.
Oh, it's been on my Apple playing for 3 days now. Just on repeat.
And that's a group you have to see live once in your life. Mm-hmm. I've seen it one time myself. It's a concert, incredible experience. The album doesn't capture it, and it's really good.
Well, they're like a modern day jam band,
Yeah.
And they don't like that title, by the way.
They don't like the jam band title?
No.
They also don't like being reminded about dumping the bus in the river.
Yeah. Anyway, I've been a fan since 96, just real quick. Who turned me on to it was Bo Tackett, Kentucky Opera Junior Pros. On a trip to Lexington. We went to disc jockey at Lexington Green. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And he showed me the Crash album. I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. Made me buy it, and I fell in love since. But actually, it might have been before we went in. He let me listen to Ants Marching. He already had a copy.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So, Bo Tackett, thank you, Dave Matthews.
Okay, Bo Tackett is the originator of both of our loves, and one that I think that I'll need to mention, but it'll be like a future reference one, possibly for 3 of us, because in the preparation for this episode, Ren, Jamey and I were talking, and maybe in a month or so from now, one that might be added to all three of our lists is Charlie Puth's new album, because we're all three looking forward to that one coming out.
Well, I think James could be added into that too. So that's probably going to be.
Is he giving back?
Yeah, I guess he went to get his vacuum out, and there he is. Just in time.
Perfect timing.
I heard someone mention Charlie Puth, and like I was just awakened.
There's still stuff all over the floor.
Yeah, totally. I'm looking at it right now.
Well, that'll wrap up segment 2. So we're going to go on to segment number 3, which Ren usually leads off for us. What we're going to start with in the games realm, Ren.
Well, we'll lead off with a little bit of catching up with our Songs of FM Arena Rock Tournament Challenge.
All right.
Last episode, we had our Sweet 16. There's quite a few upsets. And let me share my screen. Let's see here. Okay.
You got it up.
So did I hear that Jamey was going to take Ren's vote?
Yes, Jamey's going to vote in Ren's stead.
On the last one, I would like Ren to vote and Jamey to take James's vote.
Hey, easy.
It involves Motley Crue, as I see.
It does, and I don't think he's qualified to vote for that. He's gonna vote with his heart or his gut.
No, I'm going to vote with my Venmo account. You know the username.
I did not even think about this, but this is one of our early pick one to saves right here.
It is. We're coming back to episode 1, Journey versus Foreigner.
But they're not eliminated from existence is the difference. They just lose this tournament.
Okay.
You know, I think we did eliminate them from existence. So Foreigner, why are they even in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Well, I'm going to try to help redeem them, and I'm going to vote Foreigner.
You know, I made this decision once, and I was correct then, and I'm correct now, and I'm going to go with Journey.
All right.
Journey.
I'll say it again. Only one of these vocalists were featured in We Are the World. And that's Steve Perry of Journey. So I'm going Journey.
That's just because Lou Graham was like, I ain't got time for that.
Well, there's no tie, but Jamey, you give us a final score.
I would have went for Foreigner.
I know. I feel like James. Oh, I was hoping you went and talked James because I knew Jamey was going to go Foreigner and then it would set up a 2-2 tie. But
Foreigner made a late push there at the end, but
closer game than anybody expected, I guess.
Oh, they did better than episode 1.
Yeah.
All right, Queen Toto. 12-13 matchup.
Got to go with the personal feelings here. Even though I do love some Queen and Freddie Mercury, I'm going to have to go with Toto.
I'm going to go with Queen.
I'm going Toto.
I'm going to go Toto. Queen. Even though I really appreciate the musicianship of Toto, I really like the music of Queen.
Well, now
that's a tie ball game.
Tie ball game. Going to go to James for the tie.
So, who was it in a previous episode that talked about Bohemian Rhapsody? And if it hadn't been for the movie Wayne's World, we would have never known about Queen.
I think that was James's pick for that. That was his soundtrack.
Yeah, Mike Myers actually did not want the Bohemian Rhapsody scene in the movie.
Yeah. But I think in that episode, Russ brought it up, and Ren and I both said we hadn't heard really any Queen until we heard that.
Yeah, I would have never been exposed to Queen if it hadn't been for the movie. Yeah. Probably. It was not of my 70s father and Rusty's 70s father. Queen was not on the list of things we really listened to.
No,
same.
Even though I did appreciate Killer Queen, that song, and I do like I don't like We Are the Champions, but I do like Another One Bites the Dust.
Okay.
But if I got to pick somebody here, I think it's a no-brainer. I'm picking Toto.
All right.
Ooh.
I mean, Africa, think about the staying power Africa has had.
Oh, yeah.
As a song. So, and the musicianship and everything else about them, they've had some great stuff. I'd go with Toto all day.
Cool.
Awesome.
My wife would kill me if I didn't pick Aerosmith.
James, I'd like to remind you have one arm before you make this vote.
Well, here's the thing. I can't see the screen. So you said one arm, and I think Russ said Aerosmith. So is it Def Leppard and Aerosmith?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
Oh, Aerosmith.
Okay. Christoph?
I hate to, but Aerosmith. I like them both.
they've run up the score on Def Leppard.
Well, the game's already over, so just out of appreciation of Def Leppard,
They can make a push. You never know.
Yeah.
Come back.
Well, I know math, and we're going to 5.
Anything can happen.
I really like Def Leppard, but I would probably pick Aerosmith in this.
Clean sweep. Six destroyed to 3.
5-0. Wow. Okay. Sticks, Motley Crue. Our final game of the night.
Ren, go ahead.
Sticks.
Just vote.
Yeah. Sticks.
So it was 1-1.
I don't say Sticks.
2-1.
So much better vocals, harmonies. I mean, better
Not
music.
disagreeing with any of that.
I mean,
James, it's Sticks and Motley Crue, by the way.
Just like to remind you who drove a boat and how they drove it.
I mean, it's like an alternate version
James,
of me.
just go ahead and put. I don't need to hear James. Just go ahead and put his vote up there.
I feel like in another universe, another version of me has broken a Motley Crue CD. Oh wait, that happened tonight.
Yeah.
All the way.
I hope you step on it.
All right. So it doesn't matter who you pick, James.
I know that, but it depends on. For me, the vote might be: is Dennis DeYoung with them?
You're talking about the whole encompassing Sticks.
I mean, if they're going to do Mr. Roboto, I'm not voting for them.
Well,
Ooh,
okay.
They don't anymore. It's okay.
They do all the time.
Oh my God!
I've heard sometimes they do it twice.
This is
I would vote Sticks. I would
Okay.
vote Sticks.
All right. Well, that completes that round.
Here's our final four. Journey, Toto, Aerosmith, Sticks.
The SOFM Arena Rock Challenge.
I dread this.
So the final four will take place on the next episode, and we'll go ahead and do the championship game as well.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm just looking at this whole bracket. How in the world did Toto beat Van Halen?
Oh, you should have been there.
Because my argument was that I really loved half of what Van Halen had to offer with the Van Hagar era.
And I don't know if you noticed, Jamie, they didn't just beat Van Halen. That was a 5-0.
I mean, slaughtered him, and Queen slaughtered AC/DC.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, the truth is, Toto got washed on the seedings there, so I think Toto should have been ranked higher. They would have been matched up in a more fair way with whoever they were against. So
it's just Toto dominated their mid-major. He got that 13 seed, and
Steve Lukather had a great game. He scored. I think he scored something like 59 points.
19, I heard.
All right, that'll do it for the SOFM Arena Rock Challenge. Check us out next episode to see who advances on and wins the championship. Go ahead, Ren.
Well, I'll have to just, James, if you want to go ahead and take it away, or Russ, if you want to explain it some more, I got to answer the door, and I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
You can stop sharing your screen.
I mean, it's like every time I do a podcast, somebody tries to visit me or something.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Crossed, it's Vince Neil.
Okay.
I really hope Vince Neil's at his door.
All right, James, I'll let you take this one away, bud.
All right, guys. Well, I've traded in the keyboard. I've traded in the guitar. Now we got a steel.
Okay.
So instead of guess the synth and guess the riff, we're doing guess the steel guitar part.
Guess the
Is it going to be hard? Maybe. There's one song that might just have 2 notes. But
I feel like Jamie's got the advantage here. He's been a country DJ for practically half of his life, or more than half of his life, and his dad also plays steel guitar, so he might have a little bit of an advantage on us here.
Yeah, I don't know why. I grew up with a show bud in my living room at the age of 2 in an apartment in Columbus. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, people have furniture, but not my father. They had a couch and a chair and a steel guitar and a bench and some amplifiers all in the living room together. That's what I grew up with.
So the pressure's on for me because Jamie's dad is a phenomenal steel player and I am less than mediocre. So go easy on me. Are we ready for song number 1?
Sure.
As always, I'll play the riff. I may play the whole thing. I may not. I may play a pre-chorus.
Oh,
no bridges?
No bridge today?
No bridge today. No.
Okay.
All right. Song number 1.
Zach Todd.
Yeah, I never lie.
Is that the 2-note one you're talking about?
No, that was more than 2.
That was really close. I mean, I would dare to say the 3 of us got a point there. Ryan and I said it simultaneously, and Jamie was right there with us. So everybody, all 3 of us get 1. Chris, you get nothing.
Yep, I think that sounds fair.
That's fine.
Y'all ready for number 2?
Sure.
This is the reason I got a steal. Was this song right here?
Amarillo by Morning.
Here we go. I told you, less than mediocre.
Your man by Josh Turner.
Oh my
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Chris Stapleton.
Is that it?
Was that it?
It from a mess up.
That was it.
I knew what he was going to do.
Wow.
It's a great lick.
It is.
It's a great lick, but you did it like it's a great note.
Man,
And a wrong note at that.
I bet he gets those one-note challenges
playing
every
with
time.
a steel guitar player, and that was the happiest I've ever been in my life playing music. It was just and he was he's Ronnie Parker, played at Renfro Valley for a while. He's a little bit older now, but man, just watching him play, it's.
I don't know his name. You might want to look it up, Ryan. But back when I lived in Louisville, my dad and I would go to Shepherdsville and sing at the Shepherdsville Country Music Show. And at one point, my dad and I both got to sing in front of George Jones's steel player.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy who did, he played the steel on that Vince Gill song, Look at Us. And Dad done that song in that show, but I can't remember his name, but we were on stage and played with George Jones.
Was it Johnny Winter?
No.
That's guitar player.
Yeah, it's.
You give me a minute, I'll tell you who it was.
Okay.
Give me just a second.
Sounds like Rand's fighting with somebody.
Hal Rugg. Hal Rugg?
Doesn't sound
it's not
right.
him. Give me just a second. I'm gonna have to cheat it. I just can't recall it off the top of my head.
Are you gonna do your third one, James?
Buttermilk is his nickname, by the way.
While Jamie's distracted, go ahead and play your next one, James.
No, I'll stop.
Hey, Jamie, can you look under your table?
Wait a minute. It's Buttermilk John something, and I can't think of the name. His last name.
Buttermilk John Hughley.
John Huey. That's
Huey.
it.
That's him, John Hughes.
That's it.
Yeah, that's him.
And he got his nickname for his love of buttermilk and cornbread.
Probably.
Okay. All right, James, give us another one.
Here we go.
In the Heart of the Night, Poco.
Mm-hmm.
That is right.
Very good.
All right, so we're at 2-2-1.
Yep.
Are we ready?
Yep. Really?
Can we do it again?
It's not, you don't have a note out of place there. It's not The Chair by George Strait.
No, that's right.
Is it?
Was that it? The Chair by George Strait?
Nope.
No,
Okay.
let's not do it.
Wow. I almost moved
Empty
this one
glass.
higher.
Empty
Nope.
glass.
I thought this one would be easier.
Okay.
Is it in the right key?
Yep.
It'd be great if he said no.
I need a little bit more.
That's all you're getting.
Oh.
Well, I can't tell you. I mean, I'm a little stumped on it.
You want to give us a clue?
It's within the first 5 seconds of the song. Here's a hint. It has a bounce to it. It has a bounce to it.
Jump, crisscross.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Is it a country song?
It is a country song, 100%.
And it's an upbeat country song, Chattahoochee.
It's got a jump to it, or got a bounce to it. Jump.
Cowboy hat or no cowboy hat?
Jump, House of Pain.
Nope.
Oh, Jump, Van Halen.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't know. You've got me on that.
It sounds like foolish Selfish Heart by Journey.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I can't get it out of my head.
Yeah.
Are you ready for it?
Sure.
Neon Moon, Brooks and Dunn.
Oh.
I'm calling Fubar on that.
Oh, nope, it's there.
Okay, I know where it is. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
First
I guess I
stop
need other parts of the song to get to.
Yeah, he likes to
It's that
dissect it, and
little-
you get like little bitty tiny pieces or bridges or like special live versions or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, you got another one?
Yep, this one's 3 notes.
Is this the fifth one?
This is the final one.
Final one. So
This is the tearjerker.
all I can do is tie it. Jamie and Russ can win.
Okay.
Here it is.
Is that Farewell Party?
No,
No.
Is there more to it, or is that
there can't be. Yeah,
The
I just
lick.
want to see if you get those first 3 notes.
it's not the
No.
Grand Tour, is it?
I'm right there with you, James.
That's an older song.
It is an older song.
That's an older song. That's a classic country song.
Your Cheating Heart.
No, that's a
No.
good guess.
Is it a George Jones song?
It is not a George Jones song.
Okay.
Fair and
Buck
Young.
Owens song?
Nope, not Buck Owens.
Is it Fair,
Together Again?
is it Fair and Young?
It is not.
Okay, I just wanted to say that. I like that name.
So it's not Together Again, and it's not. Is it a Keith Whitley song?
It is.
Oh,
Mm.
he's on to something.
Play it again. Play it again.
That's not Never Go Round Mirrors, is it?
Yeah, Never Go Round Years.
Oh, okay. So that's a tie across the board, except for Chris.
I mean, do you think
That
you got
would
one
be-
more? One more? you
That's
think
Also
we'll
a
find
Merle
out?
Haggard song too, by the way.
Yeah, throw in one more, James, just to see if we can find that. We'll have to get a winner here.
Oh gosh, do I know one? Like I said, less than mediocre. Y'all are shooting for the moon. Let me think.
Sleepwalk.
Do I
Do
know?
sleepwalk. I'll guess it. Sleepwalk.
Santo and who did
Johnny.
that?
Can you do Highway
No
40
Johnny,
Blues?
Yeah.
I can't.
That's a tough one. My dad can.
I know that was my favorite part about playing with Ronnie. We did cover Highway 40 Blues.
That was my dad's warm up. He'd sit down and just play that. That's a warm up.
Okay, I'll play a solo of a song.
Okay.
Just a bit of a solo. You have to guess what it is.
All right.
Zach Top.
Josh Turner, your man.
No.
Okay. I thought he was going to go back to
But
that.
for the grace of God, Keith Urban.
No, shocking.
Oh. Play it again.
We do that song, James.
May have already been guessed tonight.
That's Zach. No, it's not Zach Top.
Zach Top?
Not I
Never
Never
Lie?
Lie.
I
No.
Never Lie again.
Yep.
You come back with a
That's the
song you
solo.
already did.
I guessed that before he started.
Yeah, he
He
did.
did.
He literally did. So by
God,
default,
less
we're
than
going to have to give that to Ryan.
All right, we'll end it a tie. It was a well earned tie. First
Okay.
time in Songs of FM history. Thanks, James.
Yeah. James and
That
James.
actually sounds a lot like, but for the grace of God, there's a stanza in that.
Yeah, it does have,
actually
but
is
for
close
the
to that.
grace of God. And that was like the notes he played there at the beginning
Yeah,
of the
that's
solo.
one of the rare Keith Urban songs that had a steel guitar in it.
All
Very
right.
true. I was
Well-
going to learn that Ella Langley song. Was it? He chose Texas.
Choose in Texas. Yeah, it's all over the
Man,
radio.
and like it has a weird tone about it, but it's so.
Jamie
good.
would have definitely got that because I do not
Right.
listen to it besides occasionally on TikTok when I scroll across it.
It's a
Okay.
great song.
Well,
It's
that
a really
wraps
good
up. I guess the riff steel guitar edition.
Guess the lick. If it's steel guitar,
Yeah, it'd have to be guess the
okay,
lick.
guess the lick. Guess the lick, steel guitar edition. And that leads us to our final game of the evening. And waiting in the wings, I think Ren or somebody.
Who knows?
Anything you want me to eat, I'll swallow anything you want me to swallow. Come on down and I'll chew on the dog.
It's Randy. Okay, it makes a lot of sense. Randy's a Beetlejuice fan because that was a Beetlejuice line right there. How you doing, brother? You doing all right?
I'm doing all right, buddy. I'm glad to be here with you fellers. I told Ren, I was like, I ain't a one and done. I'm coming back on this podcast. I'll tell you what.
Well, you just got a short little piece there the last time, so you deserve to do a whole segment, and you're gonna. Oh my God, he's gonna lead us in the pick one to save game.
You're doggone right, I am.
90s country edition.
Will you explain this game for these fellers for me? Would you do that, buddy?
All right, so pick one to save. He's going to give us in this edition. We get band versus band, and we have to pick one to save. And the caveat being that anything that the artist has ever done will be erased from history. So anyone that they may have directly influenced or something like that, that won't exist. And I think in this version too, we're going to do song versus song on pick one to save. So
yep.
Now that might have went forward to influence another song or something like that. So. Ren had a little twist there for Randy to give to us on this one. All right, Randy, you want to fire it up for us?
All right, here we go, boys. Round one. It's artist versus artist, like they paint or something. All right, first set of artists is Garth Brooks versus George Strait.
I know Russ is going to have problems with this one, but for me, it's a no-brainer.
My mother was a huge Garth Brooks fan. The reason I have this tattoo right here. Yeah, her nickname was Guiji. That was what my dad called her. So that's Guiji with 2 Garth Brooks G's in it, her birth date and her death date. So I have to go with Garth Brooks.
Well, all right then.
Does Randy have a mustache, or am I just seeing things?
I can't tell. It looks like a little.
I don't know. There's a lot going on.
It may be leftover stains from something he drank last night.
Whatever. Hey, Chris, what are you picking?
Garth Brooks.
Okay, we got 2 Garth Brooks. How about you, Ryan?
I'm going to have to go George Strait.
I figured you would.
I'll just go ahead and tell you. King of country. George Strait for me. We got 2 George, 2 Garth.
All right.
James, is that your name, James? What's your name, James? Is that you?
I think he's talking to you, James.
Something funny, everybody.
He sounds just like a customer I used to have at Sound House when I worked there.
I've been there a few times.
I guarantee it. I'm going George Strait, the king.
Okay, that's 4-4.
How about you, Jamey and Jamey? I tell you what, I'm a big fan of yours. I love listening to you on that radio.
Oh my God.
Have you ever won a Dairy Queen ice cream cake, Randy?
No, says I.
No, I bet I told him. I bet he called me and I told him there wasn't any school in Floyd County one time.
Well, I got a call every time. I got to know what stuff. I know you know it.
So, okay, just a quick question here. Is Jamey picking in your place, Randy? Because it's 6 of us that could end up in a tie. Or we're going to go with a tie? What are we doing?
I don't know. I just had to say I like George Strait, so don't count me. Just don't count me.
Okay, all right. Then you get to be the tiebreaker.
Oh, I mean, come on, 60 number 1 hits. It's George Strait all day.
George Strait.
All day long.
Heck yeah, bro. Yeah, man.
And he had a movie, and he didn't have to be somebody else to be in it.
He wasn't George Strait in the movie.
He was Dusty.
He was Dusty.
But you know what?
And he had the ponytail and the 5. Yeah, I mean, it was as generic as Chris Gaines.
On the record, though, it said George Strait on the soundtrack. It didn't say Dusty.
And on the Flash Gordon, it said Queen on it.
Mm-hmm. All I want to say, Rusty, is if one of them turns out to be a serial killer, One of us doesn't have a tattoo.
Hey, that's for my mama. I'll go with Garth till the end, boys.
Good one, though.
It was a good one. All right, what's next?
We saved old George, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Moving on. Here we go. Diamond Rio versus Little Texas.
Ooh.
Think about that, boy. Think about it.
Wow.
Did you put these together, Randy, or did Rennie put them together?
Buddy, I'm just reading the best I can.
Rennie's done it to us again.
What do you say there, Russ?
Diamond Rio, Little Texas. Diamond Rio, Little Texas. I gotta go Little Texas.
I knew you would.
I had their stuff.
Yes,
I don't know that I ever owned a Diamond Rio. Yeah, I did own one. Own one Diamond, but I owned everything Little Texas done, so I've got to go Little Texas.
God bless Texas. How about you, Chris?
With his own hands.
Diamond Rio.
Well, nobody's perfect. How about you, Ryan?
Man, I don't. This one really affects me, right? Russ, what was my? Well, Jamie was there too. What was my first dance song? Was that? Oh, well, Shenandoah. Never mind. So we're going Little Texas.
Little Texas says Ryan.
Okay. James?
Is that still your name, James?
Yeah, it's still my name.
Okay.
Man, if I could just move Jimmy Olander to Little Texas, this would be so much easier of a choice.
Oh,
Because
that.
Jimmy Olander is my biggest thing in Diamond Rio. So I'm gonna go Little Texas.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've lost the score. Little Texas ahead.
Little Texas is ahead. Yep.
You're
3-1.
right. Well, what do you say there, Jamie?
I would have went with the Smoky Mountain Boys, otherwise known as Diamond Rio.
Yeah. I get it. All right, then.
Hey, Randy.
It's Little Texas for the win, I believe.
You're right. Randy, can I ask you a quick question? Let's see that hat you got on there.
Ren ain't up here.
I said, let's see that hat you got on there, Randy.
Oh, you said Randy. I thought you were calling for Ren, but
Hey, Randy, that's pretty close.
Randy, you can tell you. Oh, Spider John Hall descendants.
Hall descendants.
Okay.
Boyd County. I like that.
Yeah. Mud Creek represent, boy. Yeah.
Mud Creek in the house.
Oh, John M. Summer Mustangs. Woo!
Yeah.
All right. Couple of females coming up, boy.
All right.
Reba McEntire and Shania Twain.
Ooh.
Oh.
I got to go Reba. I've never been a big Shania fan. Just never have.
Well,
I'm going to have to save Reba.
that's all right.
I know why he chose this.
The TV show.
Rennie picked this because I literally pitched an idea to the Opry of doing a tribute to the women in country, and Shania and Reba were the first two names I gave.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is really tough for me because I love Reba's music.
But you like looking at Shania.
Well, actually, it was
You're
another
right.
confusion on my part. I thought for a split second, I was thinking Strawberry Wine will be eliminated, but it's not.
No.
That's Dana Carter.
Yeah.
So we're going Reba.
Okay.
Chris?
Reba all the way.
Okay. James?
I'm the black cat here, going Shania Twain.
Okay. Jamie?
If it's just about the music itself, I would have went with Reba McEntire. I love the tune. Whoever's in New England's through with you.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a great song. You Lie is a great song from her. She had a lot of great, what you call a radio hit, because it has that sound. It just sounds good on the radio. I would have went with Reba McEntire all day.
Okay.
Oh, man, I thought there was going to be a butt there. That was going to really shock me. Yeah.
Well,
James, I think
was
we
it
really
Lynn?
need to have a conversation after the show.
Was it
You
Lynn?
picking Shania and potentially replacing you permanently with Randy.
Was it Linda Davis? She done that duet with?
You Lie, Linda Davis. Yes.
Great song.
And do you know who Linda Davis' daughter is?
Yeah, she is with Lady A.
Yeah.
Help me here.
The girl you're going to know it.
Is she even a Davis?
She's not a Davis.
No, she's not a Davis.
Okay. Well, okay. All right, you look that up, Randy.
Hillary
Scott.
Scott.
Okay, Randy, let's move on.
I was just sitting here thinking about Shania. I don't know who won that round.
That Reba won it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
Reba won.
going back to Shania, if you can find a story of Red Atkins talking about Shania, sitting on his lap. It's pretty funny. It's floating around.
Oh, it was during one of the award shows, wasn't it, or something? Like that? Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
Number 4 is Tim McGraw and Travis Tritt.
Oh, that's a no-brainer for me.
Well, go ahead then, bud.
Travis Tritt.
All right.
I'm not a big Tim McGraw fan.
Yeah.
I'm with Ryan.
Thanks.
I'm with Ryan
Travis
too.
Tritt.
Well, I'll go ahead and say Tim McGraw. That was kind of a wash for me, so I'll just go Tim McGraw.
Okay. Who ain't we heard from now?
Jamie.
You know what? I love Travis Tritt, but I would have picked Tim McGraw just because I like the album Set This Circus Down. I really enjoy a lot of his stuff. I mean, Everywhere was a great record. He had some great 90s country. And I think about 90s country.
Have y'all heard the song he done? It was later in his career, but If You're Reading This.
That's a good song.
That is a song that will rip your heart out.
So, James, I think one thing we overlooked in this that may affect you more than you realize is we eliminated Tim McGraw, which also eliminates Tim McGraw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm putting down?
Quite the reasoning there, bud.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, and you think Tim McGraw?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I listen.
So that song will now be like when you think somebody please throw out somebody real quick because I'm locked up.
D. Schneider. D. Schneider. You said throw somebody out.
Hey, but we saved the Eagles because Travis Tritt won.
Aha.
That's true.
Didn't think about that. All right. Next one, Randy. Randy.
Nah, and Taylor, what a duo. Oh.
I thought he was asleep. He was just out in La La Land there.
All right, this is the last set of artists. Vince Gill and Colin Ray.
Vince Gill.
Vince Gill on a sweep. Yeah.
Colin
All right then, Bo. That was easy.
I don't see Colin Ray going on the road with the Eagles. Do you?
Yeah, really.
A quick funny story. We hired this guy at work, and his name is Colin Ray, and he's a younger guy. Oh, wow. And we were in a meeting, and I said, I just made a reference, and he said, "It's funny that you said that because nobody has ever mentioned that to me, but that's who I'm named after. My mom's a big Colin Ray fan."
Is it spelled the same way? His last name was Raye, right?
No, his last name is Ray, so it's not spelled the same way.
Oh, okay.
Is that right? I might be lying.
Well, Colin Ray, his last name was spelled Raye.
Actually, it wasn't. Actually, it wasn't.
It wasn't?
That's his stage name was spelled that way.
Oh,
his real name is Wray.
Oh, Ray.
I actually lied.
Silent W.
Okay.
Got that whole story wrong, Rusty. I have two guys. One's Colin, one's Ray. And they would say their name's Colin and Ray. And I said that. Hold on. No.
Don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. Just stop.
But no, he told me. Hold on. No, because I said, can you guys not say Colin and Ray? Because they'll say Colin Ray and whoever. Can you reverse the order? Because I think of that. And he said, that's funny because my middle name's Ray and that's who I'm named after. The last name's something different.
It'd be like you saying, I know this guy named John from the county that I'm in, Anderson County. So he's John Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty funny.
No, his name is Colin Ray. Move on. Let's go, Randy.
What was the award that Vince Gill just won? Was it the
one of the
Music
most
Lifetime
insanely
Achievement Award?
idiotic things I have ever heard.
I believe he was presented with a Lifetime Achievement Award.
And like when he got it, he was like, I think I'm the only one who's won this award that hasn't smoked pot.
It's named after Willie Nelson.
Yeah, that was it.
Okay. All right, Randy.
I'll tell you what I've been doing all day. Before we go round two, I've been picking up these pies and snakes. All out in the yard. They're everywhere.
Pies and
snakes.
Are you a snake handler?
Buddy, I collect them and I sell them to Hollywood. That Hollywood, they're all about that pies.
Did he just turn into Ernest?
Hollywood, that pies. Oh, poison snakes.
Are you from McCreary County?
I was thinking of going to Bull Creek
down there.
I'm going to Bull Creek over at Bull Creek Trading Post. I go there and I load up them up by the barrelful. I can get $1 a piece out of these pies and snakes.
Randy, did you ever live in McGoffin County? My dad ate rattlesnake with someone from McGoffin County, and it may have been you.
That's good stuff, buddy. I'll tell you what. I love to get them barbecue pork rinds at Bull Creek Trading Post. That's where I met my fourth wife. And also got me a bootleg coffee of Wild Hogs. That's a good one. Anyway, enough about me. Round 2. Song versus song. This is going to get nasty. Friends in Low Places, Garth Brooks versus Neon Moon, Brooks and Dunn.
Ooh.
Which one you saving?
I'm interested to hear Ryan's answer on this one.
Well, I'll go first. I'll say Neon Moon.
Okay.
All right.
I second that. I'm going Neon Moon.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Neon Moon, even though it's a Garth Brooks song. It's just that song is
overplayed.
I'll save Neon Moon because you still have Mark Chestnut's version of Friends in Low Places you can still enjoy.
Oh, okay.
Because he did it first.
Okay.
So I mean,
There you go.
Neon Moon, I'd like to eliminate it to get rid of that TikTok dance thing that happened. That was really annoying. And Friends in Low Places is a pretty big moment usually in the night for us because it's a great sing along. So I would go Friends in Low Places just for that.
Well, it's gone, Bubby.
I know.
Too bad, boy.
I'm pulling up set list right now. I'm marking it off this week.
You gotta find the Martin Chestnut version, which really sucks. Because it doesn't sound anything like Garth Brooks's.
And nobody would know it. They'd be like, "What's this garbage?"
Was it him
you
or
would hate it?
Was it him or Tracy Bird that done the version of "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing"?
Martin Chestnut also did "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing."
Did he do a version of that?
Yes.
Yes, he did. It was a number one hit too, by the way.
And it also sucked.
And it was terrible.
Yeah.
I liked it.
And I like Martin Chestnut, but he's been pitched some bad things or had bad takes on good songs.
All right, Randy.
All right, number 2 matchup is Chattahoochee versus Soul, John Michael Montgomery.
Sold, John Michael Montgomery. I mentioned earlier that my dad and I would sing at the Shepherdsville Country Music Show when we lived in Louisville. And that was one of the songs I sang. I wore the cowboy hat. I had the denim vest and the black T-shirt underneath it. I was a John Michael Montgomery wannabe. I sang that, and those blue-haired ladies loved it. They ate it up, so I've got to keep Sold.
Chris?
I think I'll keep Sold.
I'm going Sold. Sold's it's once again it's a pretty big moment when we whip that out. Chattahoochee does fine. But I'm purely looking at my set list and how we're destroying it.
What you got, James?
Sold. John Michael Montgomery.
Well, how about you, Jamie?
I would go Chattahoochee just because of the line in it that says, he was trying to get frisky with a girl, but, she wanted to go home, and he still went out and had fun with her after she went home anyway.
With a burger and
Wasn't that your daughter's favorite song for a while?
Huh?
Wasn't that your daughter's favorite song for the longest time was
Chattahoochee? No, she was a Ring of Fire fan.
Oh, okay.
I had to play Ring of Fire all the time in the house because she loved and she loved the song Orange Blossom Special.
Well, then she
Ring of Fire right now.
She might not like James then, because a couple episodes back, James's hot take was that Johnny Cash was overrated.
Johnny Cash overrated. God bless you. You were 3 when I was on the radio. It's okay. I'm drawing paychecks and you're in diapers.
That's it.
All right, Randy.
Did Sold win already?
Sold won, yeah.
All right then. Number 3. Check yes or no, George Strait the King. Or don't take the girl, Tim McGraw.
Okay, here's where I'm going to get to redeem myself for having to pick Garth Brooks against George Strait. I'm going to pick George Strait. Check yes or no.
Okay. How about you, Chris?
Don't take the girl.
Right.
I'm going to go check yes or no, but I'd also like to say by the rules of this, we eliminated George Strait, so isn't he gone from the song also? The song doesn't exist.
This round, only the song disappears, not the artist.
Yeah.
Okay.
You and Chris take this too literal.
We just chose.
Just like going back to the movies one, they was like, pick Terminator over RoboCop. Well, now if we don't pick Terminator, that means Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't exist, and we don't get Kindergarten Cop and everything. Yeah. It's just it's the universe the movie created. At least that's how I take
those two are worse than when we played Hero Clicks.
Yeah.
They're worse. Yeah. Because they're literally taking it to another level.
Yeah. Okay. So
what about you, James?
Check yes or no.
Jamey.
It's check yes or no for me. Because, I mean, the other one is about death.
Randy's daddy was taking him fishing.
Yeah. No, we all had a note in school, yes or no.
Got him a little bit choked up there, Russ.
Yeah.
Bobby's daddy?
Yeah, but it's for the sake of this, it was Randy's daddy.
Okay, Randy. Yeah.
Hey, check yes or no. Is that what one boy? Is that it?
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Number 4. Is There Life Out There by Reba? Independence Day, Martina McBride.
I don't really care for either one of them.
Randy really likes Reba.
Yeah, he does. Randy and Reba.
I mean, we're looking at this, and he's a big fan of George Strait, big fan of Reba.
Yeah.
Big fan of Tim McGraw, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So which songs I like?
I'm an Indian outlaw.
Out there.
He call. Yeah. Good. I'm putting that one on the table. You fellas to rip it off.
I'm going to go Independence Day.
Just on vocal prowess, I got to go Independence Day too.
I think it had been other Reba songs. I would have gone with those.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Independence Day.
And whoever's in New England, that would definitely one for me.
Independence Day.
Yeah, it's a clean sweep. Independence Day. He's got a great steel guitar part too.
Oh,
Allen.
Reba. It's all right.
And I'll tell you how much I pay attention. I don't even remember what the Reba song was when I was trying to type it
There's
down.
a life out there.
Is There Life Out? They had a good video.
Yeah.
Story video back when story videos were a thing.
I mean, it's no.
Some would say it was somewhat controversial back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big word, Randy.
Hey. Number 5. The dance. Go Rest High on That Mountain.
Oh, Lord.
Got him.
Got him.
Go Rest High.
I mean, that's my mom versus my dad. Okay, so I've got to erase mom and dad from it and just go with it. Go Rest High. I've personally sang that at a few funerals.
All right.
So go with that one.
Ryan, what you got?
Go Rest High.
James.
Oh.
Did you pick?
Did you say James or dang?
Dang it, James. Go ahead.
The dance.
Okay. Jamey.
Now, this is about if you pick one, save one. If you don't save it, you're erasing it from existence.
Yes.
Just a song.
Vince Gill wrote that song about his brother.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Garth Brooks didn't write nothing. You know, I mean,
It's okay.
and I love the dance. I love it, but he didn't write it. And if you ask me which one I like the best, I like the dance. But if you ask me to save one, I'm saving Go Rest High on That Mountain. It's got much more of an impact on people's lives than the dance.
Go Rest High on That Mountain.
And there's another version with a new
Verse.
missing lyric to it.
Mhm.
Now.
Yeah, he had a different verse. Another verse.
Mhm.
So Ryan, there goes your closer.
Yeah,
We've never done Go Rest
can't.
on That Mountain.
Yeah, his group likes to leave people, wanting to go home and kill themselves because the last thing they heard
if
after
we're all
drinking
honest,
on
by
that
the
was the
time you
dance.
make it till 2 a.m., most of them are gone. You got 3 people.
I mean, if you want to keep that feeling, you can replace it with empty glass.
Yeah, right. There you go. Good
They
drinking
get
song.
a bottle of Zoloft as they come through the door.
For those of you remaining in the audience, here's your free complimentary Zoloft because we played the dance as our closer.
You don't want to play it in the middle when they're having a good time.
Yeah, you could not play
I don't
it.
want to play at the end neither, buddy.
Got a pretty good jam there, Randy, at the end.
No way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So-
That's all we got, boys.
So, Randy, a question for you. Is
Oh, for all the artists we lost, go rest thee on that mountain. All the songs we lost in that round. It was nice to know you.
I expected Randy to be bald. I don't know why.
I ain't bald. What's the matter with you, bud?
so Randy is Randy short for like Randall?
I don't know. Mom and Dad call me Randy. Friends call me Randy. I'm Randy.
It wasn't Randall Hank.
Yeah, right. Rockin' Randall Hank.
Oh, Randy Hall.
Randy Hall. Okay.
All right, Mud Creek.
Well, that wraps up the game segment, and therefore it wraps up the episode. We always like to close the episode when we have a guest and let Ryan ask a final question to our guest. Ryan, what is your question for Jamey?
So Jamey, I'd just like to know, do you remember the Lucretia McEvil incident of 1995 at South Floyd?
I remember we played this song a lot in band, and that introduced me to Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
It was also the first time I ever played a drum set.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had never played a drum set until that day. The other guys couldn't. Bartley was trying to hum it; they couldn't figure it out, and I sat down and played it. First time I ever played. So that leads me to my follow-up question: who would you say is the best drummer you played with at South Floyd High School?
South Floyd?
Yeah, South Floyd, 4 years and younger. So not a grade younger, 2 grades. We're going max. You were a senior; they were a freshman.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to think who the competition is here. It was, if it was a stage band, sometimes I played drums.
Nope, there was no stage band.
We had a stage band because
not when you were a senior. This is specifically your senior year.
My senior year.
Yeah.
So no DJ.
Nope, because he was a senior.
He was when DJ played drums.
Tony
Alan
played drums.
drums.
He was a senior. Alan played drums. He was a senior.
Tony played on drums.
Yeah,
he played drums.
They would have been a freshman.
What he said.
I would have picked you. I don't know though. But see, here's the thing: DJ could play everything as fast as Bartley wanted it to, and you couldn't.
But he was a freshman.
I was a freshman.
The DJ's automatically,
he was automatically out. I was actually.
I know I can't pick him because he wants to be the.
It's got to be a freshman.
Him.
So I think he said
you on.
There was no other drummers.
You got it.
Well, Jamey, I think episode 4 is that when our first guest comes out. You'll see that this is a little bit of a pattern.
Yeah. We want to say a big thanks to Jamey for joining us. Thanks, James, for hanging out with us on here on the Songs of FM podcast. That does it for another one. So y'all be looking out for episode 11. We're going to go all the way up to 14 and got a special thing for you on the 15th episode. So hang out with us for the remainder. And thank y'all so much for Ren, for Ryan, for James, for Chris, and for Jammin' Jamey. We want to say thank you all so much for joining us on the Songs of FM podcast. We'll see you next time.